Hey everybody, this is Holy Mike at EPG Studios. So I'm here. I I did a video on this issue not too long ago. Not too long ago, and people said they liked my take on it. Um, so Papa Gut does a really good take on it. I watched a little bit of it last night, and I want to react to it because his take on it actually made a lot of sense. I didn't quite understand or didn't even think about. But let's take a
All
look.
right, let's get into this thing for today then. Let's start out with the first.
For some reason, my screen just disappeared. Okay, I don't know why it did that. Give me guys 1 second here. Weird. It just disappeared. That's very weird. It doesn't usually do this. I don't know. Streamlabs, what's going on, dog? I know Streamlabs was like in the light for stealing from OBS. They took the name and they like took the code and everything. I remember that. But I know y'all might get mad at me for still using them, but I'm sorry. I have everything that I use to in Streamlabs, and I'm very busy trying to get content for you guys. I really don't have the time right now to devote to yeah, you know what I mean. All right.
First thing for the day, and that is gonna be. It's gonna be this. Somebody told me that at some point in Def Noodles' video, he agrees or aligns with the B family. Is this? Hold on, let me see something.
Welcome, folks.
I don't feel very welcome. I'm trying to see if this is the first one. I guess this is the first one. All right, this isn't the B family.
Welcome, folks.
Okay. All right, so we have one video about it. All right, it's interesting. Well, it seems a little.
I didn't even know what Def Noodles is taking, okay, but so I do like Def Noodles.
Posted about the B family. Now, oh man, and it has to do well, obviously, with the situation with the V family and Killing. I know the first question is gonna be like, "Oh, why are we talking about it still, bro?" I'm gonna tell you why I'm gonna continuously talk about this. It's because this kid's getting dogpiled, for nothing. Okay. This
That is
kid
very true.
effectively stole a candy bar and is now getting pushed for, trying to get charged for murder. Seriously.
That's very
crazy.
true. And the B families
so
is stuck up white folks, bro. We join it.
Killigan
That's what just pisses
and
me
the
off.
brother of the B
It's
family,
stuck up white people.
they're part of a toxic troll community or whatever, a toxic little community on Roblox where they're all pretty, whatever, shitty.
It's Roblox. This is why I don't play Roblox. Y'all can't be mad. Like fire. Like y'all just be shooting guns at each other. Holy shit.
He said something along the lines that she's a porn star and that she's getting, gang banged by a bunch of guys, right? Inappropriate. Shouldn't be talking about girls like that. Not right. So we can understand that, like, hey, that's a bad thing. You shouldn't do that. There's a lot of reasons. Makes women uncomfortable. Shouldn't be doing it. End of story. That is what that backlash is deserved. That's what the deserved backlash is. Instead,
and sadly, like that's just basic PlayStation, Xbox chat. I mean, that is it's sad, but it shouldn't be that way. And I'm never me or my friends. We never talk that way. But based off what I hear when I go in public lobbies, that is very natural.
So that they can call him like a pedophile, a predator, and then because he made the joke about her getting gangbanged, they also called him saying that he was pushing rape. Wild accusations. They had their daughter come on.
Very wild accusations.
It was insane, man.
I mean, there was girls that I've known that talk about that they want to be in a gangbang. That has nothing to do with like a foursome or something. That has nothing to do about rape. So I don't understand. The punishment does not exactly because there's a lot of people that even watch pornographic, even just gangbang, whatever, and it has nothing to do with raping anybody. So I don't understand how you align those two together. But
right, you have a 17-year-old kid, 30,000 followers, getting bullied by an account with 10 million. All the fans are going over there, sending him death threats, telling him he's a horrible person, this, that, and the other thing, trying to cancel him. And like doesn't understand how manipulative they're being, and has nobody in his corner because it's not socially palatable to do that. I guess I don't know. Nobody, like, if people mostly when they disagree with the B family, they're just staying quiet because they're a big channel and they're afraid of them. I guess I don't know. A bunch of cowardice. I don't really know. Either
No,
that
I'm
or
not
they're just
saying. I'm
going
not
along
saying.
with like the current narrative. Like, it's really great that we're talking about sexual assault now, but this is a really good example of inappropriate conversation about sexual assault because they're weaponizing it by saying like their daughter was effectively like S8. It's not a good thing. They're weaponizing like current social narratives and so that they can make themselves feel like a victim. But the reality is if you personalize this and like you're like, okay, what if I was this person? Like, yeah, it's okay that they're upset. This could have been a 5-minute video, like, hey, you shouldn't be doing this thing, Killick. That's about all it could have been, or it could have been a tweet. Instead, they made like a half an hour, or altogether, almost an hour's worth of, almost an hour's worth of content.
I know it's stupid.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
He's very right in like a lot of like all of his
Um,
points. He's very right. But
Yeah, so
he gets a little bit more
I don't
points
know.
later on
We're
in the
gonna
video
watch
that I
this.
want to cover.
The
But
first thing I find a little bizarre is I looked here and I couldn't find it. But this is the first. Def Noodles is now talking about this. He said a day ago. If I go over to Drama Alert,
𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 is somebody like I just want to hang out with,
Um,
dog. Like he is somebody I would just want to hang out
look,
with.
I think the video. I think it's the video here. Is this the one? I don't remember specifically, or maybe it's this one. But also, this seems to be a reaction to. Is it this video? This is. It seems to potentially be a reaction.
Yeah, I think it's that video. That's what I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a reaction to Keemstar, I feel. Keemstar, the day before Def Noodles released his video, released a video talking about the B family, gave his quick take on it, which was here. It wasn't really super long.
Known as the B family, with almost 10 million subscribers, they uploaded this video titled Dear Killick, She's Only 15. Yikes! Now, in this video, they explain that this streamer known as Killick said a bunch of sexual things about their 15-year-old daughter.
So in the first 5 seconds, he uses a word that should never, ever, ever be used.
He's talking about the N word with an A. So, like, yeah, okay. It's just weird to. It's weird to like police a black kid on saying the N word, but okay.
And he already goes.
I know
into
that's so
the
fucking stupid. Like, why even mention on that? Like, if you're talking about these other comments, stay on that. But why are we mentioning that? I didn't catch that part when I first made the first video. I'm sorry. I didn't catch them talking about that. That was my bad. This is so much information. I missed it. But I appreciate you, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲, for noticing that out. Because I had no clue that he was supposedly, that they were, I missed it.
over-sexualization, language of a 15-year-old child. Okay, here we go.
Like, you get a dick down, like she's getting bald.
Killick. If you are watching
Making
this,
fun of his name like that.
I bet.
See,
my
this
next
is
page
white folk, but they did the exact same thing that Pokimane did with Gideon. Like they dislike fucking up somebody's name, like fucking up black men's name. I don't understand it. Like it's some like weird, it's like some weird ass like issue that all of them have. Like, oh yeah, we must say their name wrong. Like every time, it's like white people. Like these white people here always feel like they have to fuck up a black person's name just for some weird ass reason. Okay, Pokimane did it with Gideon, calling him all kinds of weird ass shit, calling him Gideon Mustard and shit. And then we got the B family calling Killick. They're calling him all kinds of fucked up names and shit. What is with y'all when if you want to call somebody out for something? Why do y'all feel like y'all have to fuck up our names? I just don't understand it. Like call the person by the name. You don't gotta do all this shit. It's like some white entitlement. Like we gotta fuck their name up to make them feel less of a human. Like please, just stop that. If you want to call somebody out on something, call them out on something. But this is just completely stupid. You feel you have to butcher their name to make them feel less of a human. I mean, that goes all the way back in the 1800s when y'all were doing that stuff with slavery, fucking up men's names or black women or black men's names just to dehumanize them. White people like, yeah, I'm gonna get back at him. I'm gonna fuck his name up. Like, and then like it's so fucking stupid. I don't get why they feel they have to do that.
check that you are gonna watch this. That is no way to speak to women or
That's
about
true.
women.
And that part's true, but they overreacted.
You do not know us.
Yeah,
Is that
I
part
have
is
muted
true.
a lot of that stuff, but the B family is basically saying that his comments were P comments. You know what I'm talking. Now Killick responds and says, "Look, bro, I'm 17. I'm underage myself, And he said the only reason why he made those comments is because the son in the B family started trolling him in the game. Like, basically, this feud started in Roblox. The son of the B family and 𝗟𝗏 are beefing in the game, talking smack. Allegedly, the B family's son raided 𝗟𝗏's stream, and that's how all of this even started. So I don't know, guys. What do you guys think about this situation? Let me know.
Yeah, right. So he gave his take on it. The reason I bring this up is that because I know that
He didn't really give his take. He just kind of review the information. That's what Keemstar does. Sometimes he doesn't like to touch stuff with a 10-foot pole. He just likes to just review the information.
Talk about.
Welcome, folks.
Because I feel genuinely that listen. I don't know Def Noodles' content generally speaking, but from what I've saw with
I don't really know his content either. But I saw how he's defending 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. I don't like 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲. I don't like 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲.
Particular thought or feeling or
like
expression.
Ethan Klein, look like he's on drugs every time I see him. Like he looks like he's complete drug dealer. That's just my opinion.
The reason that he does that, from my understanding, is that I think Keemstar would apparently, according to Def Noodles, tried to call him like a pedophile or something and try to deplatform him in some capacity. I get it. Keemstar's had some, the majority of Keemstar's takes aren't great, so I understand it. But
yes, Keemstar has some
right about
fucked up
𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲,
takes.
and he was right about this situation as well. And so I think that's the motivation for even making this in the first place.
The 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 issue with who goes to.
And I
What is
understand
with y'all
again,
Twitch
I get it,
streamers, man,
Keemstar's
just
not
being
great, he has a lot of
dookie,
bad
just
takes,
dookie.
But I don't think
Like,
it's a
I'm a
good,
Twitch streamer too, but what is with y'all?
pattern to
Just
get
I'm mainly like
to
YouTube though, right?
disagree
So what
or
is
to
with y'all
align
Twitch streamers just
yourself
being
with a
dookie, man?
particular position,
Like, y'all belong in the
because
toilet.
somebody
Like,
that you think
damn.
is bad aligns themselves with the opposite of that. And he also thinks Keemstar got him banned from Twitter, which is possible. So I get why you don't like him, but you're removing the bias, or you're generating a bias by doing this. But anyway, let's see what he has to say.
Let's get to it. Irrelevant news. So we got some. Yes, folks, in the serious thing out to get a vasectomy, man. Anyway, moving on to the B family, who recently made a video calling out a YouTube streamer with 25,000 subscribers who made some very inappropriate and vulgar comments about their 15-year-old daughter after playing a Roblox game with their 16-year-old son. This is what they had to say.
So the first thing I want to say right off the bat is that it feels very intentional that he didn't add the age of the person that said the particular things. Age is a factor here. It always is a factor. Either way, you shouldn't be talking or sexualizing a girl's body or anybody's body. You shouldn't be saying inappropriate comments, of course. Right? But it's
very true.
Suspicious.
Very, very true.
That you're like, the girl's 15, the brother's 16, but you don't give the age of the kid, of the 17-year-old kid. It feels intentional. It's why, if you're going to talk about ages, why not give all three people? Why not identify the ages of all three people? Feels intentional.
Exactly.
Feels
That's what I'm saying.
It feels like we're starting. It feels like we're starting the sensationalization of this situation right off the bat.
It's been brought to our attention that a YouTuber by the name of 𝗟𝗏𝗲 started to make very references towards our daughter, who is a minor. She's 15 years old.
That is absolutely unacceptable. Why would anybody be talking about a child like that under any context, especially on the internet, live streaming to tens of thousands of people?
From our understanding, this person is 19 years old, so he is considered an adult. Our daughter is 15 years old. She is a minor.
Now, we later find out that the streamer is actually 17. The family ends up correcting themselves later on in a separate video. However,
They don't correct
It's
themselves.
incredibly relevant because they tried to talk about how he was a pedophile. And it's a pretty tough assertion to say that a 17-year-old is a pedophile for talking about a 15-year-old. It's a big deal.
even though the streamer is 17, does he understand that the words that he's speaking, these extremely vulgar descriptions that he's making about this 15-year-old, are just absolutely inappropriate because she is 15 years old? Also,
Well, it's not because she's 15. It's because she's a girl. She's a person. That's really what.
Yeah. It's just
you
like, what the
understand that the words that he's uttering will have some kind of effect on this 15-year-old girl.
Probably not, because I don't think that it really did until they blew this up into a whole big thing. Listen, whether you want to hear it or not, this was
Noodles
trolling
is
in a video game
so
where it was
dumb.
like the two of them were trolling. It took 8 months for the parents to find out. Obviously, the brother didn't even want this to happen. But I don't like that we're not talking about the pedophile aspect or talking about the rape aspect or any of this other stuff. It seems very dishonest to omit that, just so that you could double down and you can feel or seem virtuous on the internet.
I know.
Speaking
This
these
is
vulgar things about. One of those effects could even be people in his audience going over to her social media and harassing her.
I mean, he's been getting countless death threats for them calling him
What
a
the fuck
predator.
is he talking about?
Don't
His
you
people
think that
threatening.
maybe we should be calling out that behavior because he's getting harassed? Don't you think it's a bad thing for a 17-year-old to just get massively harassed for not doing anything?
And
like,
they haven't
for-
called out their
for
fans at
getting
all.
told
They
to
haven't
kill
been like,
himself because
we
of
feel
trolling-
very disgraced that our
trolling
fans are
in a
acting
video
this
game?
way
Don't you
to,
think
in
that
this
that's,
manner.
like,
Not a
little
word out of
thing?
them.
It's a little bizarre that we're not.
If
calling him
I
potential suicide
had a
as
situation with
17-year-old.
somebody and I brought it up on the YouTube channel and you guys went ahead and attacked all these other people, I would be very disappointed. So I don't know why, and I would openly state that these people over here, these B families, is like, oh, okay, we ain't saying that.
Like, you want to talk about the mental health, like the mental health of a person. Somebody's far more likely to get upset by being told to kill themselves relentlessly by a larger channel that's calling you a predator unjustifiably versus trolling in an online game.
In a similar manner.
They had a game, and although this person, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲, won, something happened within him where he wanted now to tear down our 16-year-old son, and then after he tore down our son, he went after our 15-year-old daughter.
Now, this whole situation.
That's not really what happened. Like, the kid fucking like went in there and like raided him. It was a whole thing, bro. It was a toxic Roblox gaming community. The son is not innocent. He did shit too. Like, he raided the kid's stream, which is on Twitch a bannable offense. Gideon got banned for it. So I just want you to know that.
It really raises a lot of questions about what is really going on through this streamer's mind as you're making these extremely vulgar comments about a 15-year-old child.
Probably, oh, I want to upset this kid that's fucking pissing me off because we're trolling each other and we're trying to one-up each other, and it's shitty, but like, what do you think's going through his mind?
Do they understand that this is literally a scene or a scenario that they're describing which involves P-word? Now, it should be noted that this person is He's not saying this under the context of a joke or anything similar. He is.
What? What do you mean he's not saying? Like, no, he quite literally is saying it under the context. Do you think that he unironically thinks a 15-year-old girl is a fucking porn star? I just don't, like, where did you grow up? I feel like there's no way that you could look at this 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 situation and think that he was, like, serious unless you grew up under a rock. Like, we know, bro, there are so many, like, bro, okay. Gaming culture is very regressive and toxic, and it needs to change. But anybody who's touched a video game and talked to any online lobby knows how toxic and shitty people can get, especially young men. Any man, really, because men are very competitive by nature, and it needs to stop. But, like, this, how is it not a joke? I don't understand. Like, it's not a good joke. It's inappropriate. It needs to stop. Again, but we're miscontextualizing this to sensationalize the story, to deplatform this 17-year-old kid so that you can seem very virtuous to a fucking a channel with 10 million followers. It feels very shitty to do. It seems shitty.
purely saying this as a way to attack this person he just defeated on a video game.
Well, if we're going to go with the gangbang narrative being rape, which is what the B family did, after he won, listen, here's what you got to understand. 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 was 10 levels lower than the B kid, and he beat him, and he didn't have a belt. Don't know what that means. And after he won, the kid got salty and had everybody, like, raid his stream, and they came in and they fucking killed him. This guy had a bunch of other Roblox people come in and attack one person. That's down. If we're going to say that calling somebody a porn star that gets gangbanged is rape speech, then so is having a bunch of your friends go into a Roblox game and then, like, 5-on-1 him. That's also the same thing, right? Non-consensual, blah, blah, blah. All this fucking bullshit, like, virtuous woke talk over this. You understand what I'm saying, bro? Come on. Come on, dude. Come on, bro. Why are you going in so hard on this, but you're not calling out the family for calling him a pedophile and a rapist and a predator, and saying that they're going to try to get his health and then try to, like, go after him? It's fucking insane, dude. Like, did you watch the full video, or what's up? Did you watch, like, the first minute of it and be like, I already made my decision, and move on?
The sister still getting, yes, bro. Your sister, 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲, is still getting pouted. Like, balls deep. Like.
So in the first 5 seconds, he uses a word that should never, ever, ever be used. And he already goes into the over...
It just feels weird to police a young black kid on saying the N-word as a white person. And listen, I understand they're Latino, but they're incredibly white passing. Seems a little bizarre. You could be like, hey, I don't think anyone should use the N-word. That's fine. But we're gonna like it. Just do we not feel? Do we not feel like, oh, like we're like we had to throw in the policing? Are we gonna talk about the point where they made a point to say that people that have like that need to see a therapist shouldn't be content creators on YouTube? Are we gonna like forget about that? How come no one's covering that? They said something to the effect that like people that need to see mental health professionals shouldn't have platforms on YouTube. Do you know how ableist that is to say? But
That
we're
is
like
very
shitting on
like that is so
we're not
stupid.
talking about that. That's a true thought that they felt comfortable expressing, and you're not challenging it. You're not
just sitting all
challenging that.
quiet. Look at him. He's just sitting all
fucking
quiet. He's
incredible,
just sitting
bro.
all
That's
quiet.
the most problematic part of the video. When they said that, it was fucking insane. It was fucking insane, bro.
Language of a 15-year-old child.
Now, clearly, the streamer's goal is to get under their son's skin.
Yes,
and it
that is
obviously
true.
worked. The family ended up making a nearly 30-minute video responding to this whole situation. Now, the family goes on to share a screen recording that shows the streamer writing an extremely vulgar description involving their 15-year-old daughter. Now, the streamer did end up going back and removing that description. However, it should be noted that he ended up broadcasting himself writing that description potentially to tens of thousands of people. Anyway, the streamer ends up responding to this whole situation by saying that he's actually 17 and not 19 as a family initially claimed, and then he goes on to claim that he didn't start this whole situation. It was a result of the brother raiding his stream. Anyway, later the B family ends up making another video responding where they actually have their daughter address the whole situation.
We're just gonna gloss past that part. We're gonna gloss past that whole part right there where like the brother started it. So what I found really interesting,
Slides right by it. You just
fun, is this is the situation here. This is the timeline. This is the situation that we're all referring to, where Killick said bad things, right? Killick, bad stuff. This is what we're all focusing on, right? What happened before this is the brother raided him, right? The brother, he lost a well, okay, actually, yeah, the brother raided him because he lost a 1v1 in a fucking video game. So he took the L on a 1v1, right? So he apparently raided
the whole
the stream,
1v1.
like in the chat apparently, but then also in the game, and they like 5v1'd him. Even though he was 10 levels down and he didn't have a bell, which is crazy, bro. I can't believe you're so unskilled at the game. Okay. Now, then they went back and said, hey, 8 months ago, he was saying the same thing. Killick was saying the same things, saying the same bad things to get under his skin. It's like, okay, so this would you would imagine is a focal point. However, in that second video, the brother used some very specific language. And that language effectively said, well, you shouldn't have done this. If you thought that I did something wrong to you in the first place, you should have told the game. Something along those lines. Like, he should have reported my behavior if he thought it was bad, which heavily suggests that the brother started it back here, did something wrong, started trolling Killick, and then the brother's like, well, you should have just went to the police. Instead of trolling the kid back, he wanted him to go and report it to Roblox. Like, what a fucking dumb... Like, that doesn't even make sense.
What
right?
kid is going to
so
do
the brother
that?
started
Like,
some
what
shit.
teenage kid is going to do that?
Then Killick decided to exacerbate the issue. He started to take a step up, which is inappropriate, of course, though we don't know what this kid said. Apparently, by the way, there's screenshots that maybe the brother reached out to him and called him the N-word. Don't really know if it's verifiable. Don't know if it's true. But anyway, the brother started it, and Killick then took it up a notch. Then we come on to this situation where they 1v1, the kid lost, then he raided him, and then he talked shit about his sister. It's inappropriate, but shut the fuck up. Can we just stop overly charging this situation? You're acting like somebody got violently raped. Like, it's very frustrating.
It is very
very frustrating because the energy you're using is like a violent rape energy. When
it's just because he's a black guy. That's just why they're
on the
acting that
spectrum
way.
of like sexual harassment, right? To sexual, like to like a violent sexual assault, right? This is violent sexual assault. This is like sexual harassment. It's like here. It's literally right on the cusp. It's inappropriate and needs to stop. But like, it's not. You're using the energy. You're using the energy for this to try to make this seem like such a horrible victim situation. Like, have you ever talked to a sexual assault survivor before? This is insulting. This is insulting. This is insane, bro. It's fucking insane. It's crazy.
It is very
This whole
insane.
thing is fucking crazy.
It's
And you're
really,
like,
it's
well,
like it's completely a
it's
slap in the
fucking
face to any
inappropriate. Not
sexual
everything
assault
is the
victim.
it's
That
like
they're
an incredibly
completely
socially charged
making this,
situation.
they're
Daughter
really
cried
just
because she was
really doing
prompted
this,
by
and
her
it's
fucking
just.
parents. It's embarrassing and it's pathetic. Like, it's just like ridiculous. And it's for the parents more than anything else because their entire life is being viewed through social media. You have a girl who started making content when she was like 6 years old. This is her entire experience in life is being over sensationalized on the internet. That's the entire perspective of her life because her parents are irresponsible. Family channels, not super responsible things. They're kind of shitty. It's very difficult to do it the
That
right
is very
way without
true.
exposing your kids
Very,
to the
very
horrors
true.
of social media. So, like, they're already doing an irresponsible thing by having a family channel in the first place and pushing the view of life through the lens of online drama and social media bullshit. And they have their daughter fake cry on the internet about something about the situation. And now we're just continuously pushing, like, as hard as we can to fuck this kid right up his ass. It's fucking insane. It's crazy. And most people who disagree with the B family are just not talking about it because they know it's not safe to speak out against a large channel. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's fucking nuts.
Scary for other girls.
Like, give me a break,
Like,
bro.
I'm sorry, guys. I never cry.
Yeah, you're right, because this isn't real crime.
You never cried.
I never cry ever, and I never want to cry on social media. But if it takes this to show you what it really does to people, then I will show my true emotions.
The video itself is incredibly difficult to watch.
No, it's not. It's funny to watch. It's funny. It's a funny watch. It's not difficult to watch. It's difficult. It's ridiculous. Are you kidding me? Not everything is a difficult watch. Like, this should be the most plain example of just over-sensationalized bullshit, but we don't call it out. We don't call it out. Why? Why? That was hard to watch? The girl said that somebody told her brother that she was a porn star, and she didn't even know about it until this was 8 months ago, until fucking now. And now she's crying? Either that's fucking absolute bullshit, or she's actually that weak and sensitive that she cried about this. Do you think that this was like a particularly traumatic event? No, this wasn't a traumatic event. This doesn't deserve this type of energy. Have you got, like, I wonder, it's so fucking crazy to me, because on this channel we talk about sexual assault a lot, and at the end of the day, the most horrible, vicious, disgusting
it doesn't be talked. It's not talked about.
sexual
It's
assault
sad.
cases
It's
we
not
cover
talked about at
are
all.
not popular internet drama cases. It's not like popular creators, like these Glendon Camerons and shit, like these people who like admit to fucking getting together with the moms of 16 and 17-year-old girls and fucking raping these children. We don't talk about that because it doesn't give us views. I talk about it. We don't talk about it. None of these fuckers talk about this shit. But when it comes to this is fucking horrible. This is the worst thing in the fucking world. This girl got called a fucking... She didn't even get called a porn star. Her brother got trolled and she got called a porn star indirectly. And it's like, this is the... And we're keeping this energy for it. But like when it comes to the real shit, where the fuck are you? It's fine if you want to talk about drama and you want to stay away from like real sexual assault. That's totally fine. You do you. But this isn't real sexual assault. This isn't something that's going to create a trauma. This is insane. And it's invalidating to sexual assault survivors. It was a really difficult watch. What the fuck? Was Monsters Incorporated a difficult watch because the kids were crying in it too? Did you have a hard time finishing fucking Monsters Inc? Was that a hard movie for you to watch? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It was a hard fight. I tried to watch Monsters Incorporated. When the robot fake cried, I got really upset. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? This is insane. It's insane. It's fucking flabbergasted, bro. I feel like I'm getting gaslit in person every time I watch something about this situation. Honestly, I feel like I'm legitimately getting fucking gaslit. It's bananas, bro. It's fucking bonkers, dude. It's fucking incredible. I just can't do it. I don't understand.
Because you can literally feel her pain.
Where are you feeling her pain? What pain? What are you talking about? This is pathetic.
I don't think anybody should be put in this situation.
I agree with that. The parents are very irresponsible for forcing her to cry on camera. I don't think anybody should be in that situation either. We can agree on that.
Especially when they have nothing
to do a
with
video
the situation.
They shouldn't even.
And especially when they are a literal 15-year-old child.
Great,
I don't
you.
think a child should be the subject of these kinds of comments that are broadcast to thousands of people out there who can actively go and act upon these comments.
And I
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's done with. What is it?
Comments. What does that mean? Wait, what?
People out there who can actively go and act upon these comments.
So you're saying that like what this kid said, killing, trolling, which is bad. What he said was wrong. Let's reinforce that. You're saying that he's encouraging people to rape this young 15-year-old girl. That is what you're saying there.
That is so fucked up. That's not even what.
Bro, what? We're really, really trying very hard today to invalidate sexual assault survivors through these absurd claims.
It is very fucked up. I'm glad Papa Gut is wasting.
Where do you where did you grow up? Where this is like this? There's no way you grew
It's
up
just
in an
so
area
fucked
where
up,
like
and-
this was the interpretation of the locals. This is fucking insane. These people are diminishing sexual assault and fucking pedophilia by talking about this in the worst way. This is insane, bro. Bro, this is fucking incredible.
And I don't want for there to be a future for young girls like me.
Me neither. Family channels are horrible. Look at how fucking insane. Like,
Oh,
sensitive
God.
you are, or lying. One of those two. Bro, it doesn't even matter what's being said here. 5 years is all it's gonna take for her absolute descent into fucking madness. Okay, they've set their kid up to be this hypersensitive person that's just unbearable to be around. And 5 years from now, when she gets out of college and realizes she has no skill because she didn't have to develop any level of character, and all her friends like leave her because nobody really were friends with any of these people other than the fact that they're fucking famous, because she's probably not a very good person, probably an asshole, and treats people like shit. Based on the way that her fucking family acts, I would imagine they pass that.
She just looks like a
that
mad
fucking
Karen,
horrible
bro.
shit on.
She just looks like a mad
She's gonna realize
Karen.
that, like, she's gonna have a fucking mental breakdown. She's gonna have a fucking mental breakdown when she realizes that that everything is a fucking illusion to her. Her friends don't really like her; they just like that she's famous, and none of this is gonna carry over into college. And she's not really gonna be able to be a content creator probably, and she's gonna fall off very quickly. Because what are we doing here? Like, what the fuck is happening here, bro? You guys have ruined this girl's life by making her part of like a fucking family channel at 6. It's insane.
It is very
It's
sad.
fucking incredible. It's just fucking incredible, bro. This is fucking
And he's not
insane,
even
bro.
talking about the thumbnail
To
incident.
experience this fear of being online, I want platforms like YouTube and Twitch and Facebook and Instagram to monitor the people that they put on a platform.
Now, that request will most likely never get fulfilled
Because it's insane. Right, like they do monitor people. They have community guidelines. His videos were pulled down, I believe. Like, he showed them, which is good. That's good. That's fine. I'm fine. It's totally good. What else do you want? They literally did that thing that you said, because they don't want that. They don't want it to just go. They don't want him to just have the videos taken down or any of that. They don't want him to get the slap on the wrist that he deserves. They want his channel gone on YouTube. They've said so. They reached out to fucking YouTube to try to make it happen. And then any platform he goes on, they literally said this, they're going to chase him on there, and they're going to send his fans against them. That is what they said.
And that's attacking the minor right there, and that would be break some laws.
That's what they said. Are you
That
fucking
would
kidding
definitely
me?
break some
That's
laws.
insane.
All of these platforms, with probably the exception of TikTok, are based in America, which means that they're governed by the laws of America, which means that
What does
in
that
order
mean?
to fulfill this request, it would probably have to fight some legal battle that would
Good.
involve parts of the First Amendment and rules and regulations that define them as platforms.
Well, also none of that's true. I don't know what words you're saying right now. Like, it's already been like legally confirmed that a platform can basically do like whatever they want. Like they could take him down tomorrow. They wouldn't have a legal fight. What are you talking about? You're just saying words. What are you talking about? Like, what is?
I know
are
he's.
you drunk?
He's on drugs.
Yeah, they're in
It sounds like
America.
he's on
There's
drugs.
legals and laws, and we have jaywalking's bad, by the way. Didn't know if you guys knew that. Jaywalking is not a good thing. You should always use your crosswalk. Like, what are we saying? We're just saying that laws exist. That's great. These social
He needs
media
to get-
companies can do whatever the fuck they want. They're not doing it because it doesn't violate their community guidelines, at least, or rather, it does. What he did does, but like, it doesn't mean that
they
his
take
channel,
down the
like,
videos that violate the
your
community
channel doesn't
guidelines.
go away after one strike.
I know that's not how it works at all.
Like, I just don't understand. This is fucking insane, bro. This is fucking insane.
Rather than publishers. Now, with that being said, I do believe that platforms could start having resources or some kind of safeguards to protect children, a 15-year-old child, from being inserted into a situation like this, which they didn't ask to be a part of. She didn't ask to be a part of this situation, folks. Anyway, later on in the video, they end up rebutting the streamer's claims that he said all of these things as a response to the 16-year-old brother raiding his stream. And they share a clip that shows that apparently the streamer allegedly started saying these things as far back as 8 months ago.
Cause 𝗟𝗶𝗸𝗲 sucking on me. He taking BBC's, bro.
Stop being so toxic, bro.
Now the B family is clearly pushing for some kind of reaction from.
Again, I watched the whole thing, and I combed it. We had the clip before. That was 8 months ago. Fuck. All right, I made it heard a sound. Let's ghost in my house. That was it. It was inappropriate then. It's inappropriate now. That's 8 months ago, right? That's part of their toxic Roblox circle. I mean, literally, just stop playing with that kid. Not for nothing, but like, it's a real question. Why did you continue to interact with that kid? Why did you play with him after?
That's a good point. And it wasn't because it just wasn't offensive to him. But now, because he lost, he feels he had to get some way. But anyway, guys, I am starving, so I'm going to go to Chipotle and get me something to eat. That's why I was on my phone. I was trying to look up where the closest Chipotle is. But anyway, this is Holy Mike at the EPG Studios channel, guys. And peace. Bye. Our seeds we do, our seeds we cry. Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you guys' video. I know you guys have a lot of interactions, or if you're just watching this straight from YouTube video, I don't know. But just to be real fast for you, we now have channel members on the EPG Studios Entertainment channel. So, all you gotta do is just make sure you go to the EPG. If you're watching another channel, like a gaming channel, a TikTok highlights channel, even the Holy Mike channel, if you want to make sure you don't miss out on anything, make sure you go ahead and go to the EPG's Entertainment, pause this video, click on another link, go to EPG Studios logo and hit the join button. That join button helps support the channel and helps pay for our staff, our editing team, and also our graphic designing team and our hosts as well. Now all you gotta do is only $2.99 a month. A lot of people have $2.99 a month, so it's not that bad, but click that button, $2.99 a month. It allows you to be able to see unbefore content and also unannounced content that hasn't been on the channel before, that's only just for members. Also, we'll have content launch early, because now we're doing one video a week schedule. Now there'll be videos launched early for members. So if you want to get more entertainment throughout the week, make sure you hit that channel member button. Anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys. I'll see you.
Niggas who play with me who dead, them niggas ain't wanna live. She gave me head and that head was given when it was supposed to give. I came out here and got on cause I was doing what I was supposed to did. The way she ate me up and ate them kids, I don't think she want no kid. These niggas beefing for IG, but bitch I wanna kill. Kept getting blessed cause bitch I hustle, I ain't wanna steal. I whip this bitch out now in front of all these cameras, niggas know what it is.